Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm just going to do something a bit different. I'm just going to speak in front of my phone and just show a few figures off because I've got quite a few figures piled up here that I'd like to show off in a fairly shorter amount of time. So let's start off with Blaster. I've modelled him after the More Than Meets the Eye version of Blaster, and as you'll see later on in the video, I don't know what his alt mode is in the comics. I think it might be something similar to what Spotlight Blaster would look like, but I don't really have a reference from More Than Meets the Eye, so I just made it up. As you can see here, I've got a few callbacks to the Fall of Cybertron toy. Most noticeably here, there's these circle Autobot logos that you could see in the wheels of the Fall of Cybertron counterpart. I do have the Siege Hound Blaster on him. He does not come with a blaster, and I did not make a blaster for him. I think this one is one of my most complicated Transformers to date, and I'm quite proud of the end result. So let's talk articulation first. The head is on the normal swivel, and then you can look quite far upwards and look downwards quite a bit as well. The arms go all the way. There's a flap here that would allow the arm to go all the way up this way, down like that. There is a small hinge in there that does allow slight movement as well. This is mostly to make the piece sturdier. Instead of having a small peg attached to this large piece, I have the peg separate and on a hinge, so breakage is less likely to happen. The cassette plate does open. It is on a slider, and it does open and it does tab back into place. This is for transformation, but this is also, you can also store like the core class Soundwave cassette in there. I did not expect this region to have articulation when I designed him. But surprisingly he does. So here, due to transformation, he does have a rotation. This was something I was ready to sacrifice, but I was happy to see him have it once I've assembled him, and I was really surprised that he has it. And also surprisingly, he has an ab crunch, quite a big one as well. This is also due to transformation, but he does have this ab crunch similar to how Studio Series Wreck-Gar has it, and you could just tab it back into place and he will be good to go again. His legs kick up this much. He could kick up more, yeah, there you go. He could kick up more, out all the way, bring it back down. There is a thigh swivel and a knee bend to that much. His toes also go up and down, and there is a slight tilt to the ankles as well. So I'm quite happy with the amount of articulation I've managed to put into the guy. And I do love the More Than Meets the Eye design. I do love the little ears that sort of resemble Flash's ears, and the colours altogether sort of resemble Flash as well. Also, there's a swivel at the bicep and swivel at the wrist and opening fingers as well. I think that is all the articulation I've put in him, and yeah, I'm quite happy with how he turned out. So size-wise, I didn't make him too small because he was quite a big character in More Than Meets the Eye. He is like a Voyager-sized character. Here he is next to SXS Hot Flame, and he is around, the height of his shoulder, which is roughly how he looked in the comics, I believe. Now for transformation, what I've done is basically I've turned him into Siege Soundwave's alt mode. So first off, what I like to do is to transform the legs first. I haven't transformed him in quite a while. I've put him on my shelf and I've just left it there. Let's hope I remember it. so turn them around, unpeg these two back pieces. There's a peg here, pegs into there, flip this peg piece down, and then straighten it as such on the double hinge. I'll leave it that way for now. Flip these toes into the feet like that. That would produce a peg that this grey piece would peg into. Like that. And same way on this side as well. This pegs into there. Take that out, turn that on the double hinge, and then just slot it in like that. Now we rotate them to the side, and this tab goes into there and that peg goes into there, and they just peg together like that. Take this piece, there's a circle peg and a circle port and a circle peg. Peg that in there, same goes to here. Actually, you might need to unpeg this and bring it up first, this way, to the back, and then you do it. There goes a tab, and there goes the other. Alright, so next up, let's do the head transformation. This is quite complicated, I believe. So first off, we need to rotate the torso all the way, and the way to do that is just lift this arm piece up and then rotate him there, as such. Bring this back piece up, and this will form, the front of the Siege Soundwave Ultimate, as you can see. Now this is quite fiddly now. Bring this piece up, that would untab this grey piece from the inside. Straighten this, and then bring this up, and then bring this up. Open up this flap, and then open up the other one as well. That would give clearance for the head to fold in, like that. Now the head's tucked in. We deal with these pieces now. So bring this in, fold this in, bring this part now, bring it forwards, and then fold it in. Sorry, give me 1 second. Okay, so what you need to do now is what you need to do first is to do this piece first, the one with the peg attachment. Bring it forwards, and then use this peg to peg into the neck peg, like that. And then you bring this piece in, and then fold it in, and then slide it forwards. Use the same grey peg to lock it into place, and there you go. Lock this yellow part back. Now you've got this, so tilt the head a bit backwards so you hide it. You hide the face, basically, and then now you're here. So now you can see that this is quite loose or floppy and not locked into place, but the fix here is that you take this, there's a tab here, there's a port here and a peg here, and what you do is just to line it up and peg it into place. It's quite simple, and there you go, the same way on this side. Peg it like that. These two pegs were for locking the waist into place, so just fold it in, and we're almost there. The Autobot logos face the front. This covers the arm assembly. Bring it forwards, close it up. This should rest right there, there's a groove for it to rest in. And this, bring it up again, fold it up, bring it forwards. And there you have the alt mode for Blaster, More Than Meteor Blaster. And he's basically just Siege Soundwave's alt mode. He does have these two ports right there for you to install the blast effects, but I also like to turn him around, and there is his ground exploration mode. I did just literally make this up as I went along. He's got these two treads that touch the floor. He looks like a Wally. I think it's a cool mode. And in this alt mode, you could stand sort of Rodimus up there. He could be comet surfing, like that. And he's just quite a fun thing to play with, I guess. Let's bring the camera up that way. I will release the file soon, if I have time to make the instructions and all that. This thing is pretty much done, and all the files are pretty much done. I'm quite happy with how everything tabs in. I did have to shave a few pegs down, so I have to adjust those before I release it. But that is it. This is my More Than Meteor Blaster review, a showcase that I should have done ages ago. And now it's just the time to do it. So thanks for watching. I still have a few reviews to go through, but thanks for watching. Stay safe and goodbye.